We all want to feel good. It's a deeply human longing. We hear about raising our vibration. We dream of becoming our higher self. It sounds so appealing, so easy, like flipping a switch to instant happiness. The promise is a life free from struggle, filled only with light. And, in a world that often feels heavy, who wouldn't reach for that? This desire for a quick fix, for an immediate ascent to joy, is completely understandable. We see a picture of peace and we want to step right into it. This pursuit of instant feel-good often comes from a place of misunderstanding. We think personal growth is like adding layers of positivity, like putting on a brand new sparkling coat. But what if the old, tattered coat is still underneath? What if it's just hidden from view for a little while? True, lasting change isn't about painting over the cracks in the wall. It's about carefully, courageously mending them from the foundation up. It's about tending to what's already there, not just wishing for something new. This path requires more than just hope. It demands honesty. There's also a subtle pressure in our culture, a pressure to always be positive. You've heard it, good vibes only. This message, while well-intentioned, can make us feel ashamed of our sadness, our anger, our fear. We're told to look on the bright side, to count our blessings. And these are valuable practices, but not when they become tools to bypass our genuine emotions. Not when positivity becomes a mask we wear to hide our authentic, sometimes messy, human experience. Real strength isn't found in never falling. It's found in the courage to get back up, messy feelings and all. Skipping the deep inner work is like building a beautiful house on shaky ground. It might look impressive from the outside. It might even feel stable for a short time. But when the inevitable storms of life arrive, that foundation won't hold. We all want that house filled with light, peace, and unwavering joy. But the strength of that house, its ability to weather any storm, depends entirely on the solidity of its foundation. And that foundation is built by looking within, by understanding all parts of ourselves, even the parts we've been taught to hide or ignore. Life has a funny way of showing us what's truly going on inside. Think of it like a giant mirror. This mirror, sometimes called the quantum field, doesn't just reflect our surface wishes or our fleeting positive thoughts. It reflects the deep, often unspoken beliefs and emotions we hold within our hearts. It's not about affirmations chanted without conviction. It's about the core stories we tell ourselves about who we are and what we deserve. The universe isn't a wish-granting factory. It's an honest reflector of our truest innermost state. Let's consider a simple example. Imagine someone deeply desires a loving, supportive partnership. They might say all the right things, visualize the perfect person. But if, deep down, there's a lingering belief that they are unworthy of true love, or that relationships always end in pain, life tends to mirror that hidden fear. They might find themselves attracting partners who are emotionally unavailable, or situations that confirm their belief that love is unsafe. It's not because they are cursed or unlucky. It's the inner whisper, the core belief that's being reflected back to them. Understanding this isn't about assigning blame. It's not about saying, "See, it's all your fault." Absolutely not. It's about stepping into our power. When we realize that our outer world is a reflection of our inner landscape, we gain an incredible opportunity. It means we can actively participate in changing our experiences by courageously exploring and shifting what's within us. This isn't a burden. It's an invitation to profound self-discovery and empowerment. The real journey begins when we dare to look at that reflection with compassion. So, when we talk about our vibration, it's more than just the happy thoughts we try to cultivate on the surface. Our true energetic signature is the sum total of all our feelings, beliefs, and experiences, both conscious and unconscious. It's the complex, beautiful music our soul is playing. If there are notes of fear, shame, or unresolved pain, those are part of the current melody. Achieving genuine harmony, a truly high vibration, comes from acknowledging and integrating all these notes, not just trying to play the high ones louder. What happens when we try to sidestep our old pain, our challenging emotions, or those uncomfortable beliefs? They don't just vanish into thin air. Instead, they go underground. They become the quiet, unseen forces that often drive our reactions and choices. Imagine trying to hold a beach ball underwater. It takes a tremendous amount of effort, constant pressure. And what happens eventually? That ball will inevitably pop up, often with surprising force and at the most inconvenient times. Our suppressed emotions act much like that submerged beach ball. Consider someone who has a deep, unacknowledged wound from a past betrayal. They might try to move on, to be positive, to trust again. But that unhealed pain can make them hypervigilant. They might unconsciously look for signs of betrayal in new relationships, misinterpreting innocent actions as threats. They might pull away or become defensive, effectively sabotaging the connection they crave. They are trying so hard to protect themselves from being hurt again. But in doing so, they inadvertently recreate the very loneliness and distrust they are desperate to avoid. The old wound is still calling the shots. This is how we find ourselves stuck in repeating patterns, what some call loops. Life seems to present us with similar challenges, similar relationship dynamics, or similar internal struggles over and over again. It can feel incredibly frustrating, like we're trapped on a merry-go-round we can't get off. But these recurring patterns aren't a punishment. They are gentle, persistent invitations from life. They are signals that there's something important within us that needs our attention, something that's asking to be understood and healed. The lesson keeps appearing until we are ready to learn. This experience of being caught in a loop can lead to so much confusion and self-blame. We might ask ourselves, why does this always happen to me? Or why can't I ever get this right? The truth is, it's often because the root cause, the original source of the pattern, hasn't been brought into the light. It's like trying to get rid of weeds in a garden by just cutting off their tops. They will inevitably grow back. The real, lasting solution lies in the courageous work of gently, patiently, getting to the root of the issue. What if we could shift our entire perspective on challenges? What if, instead of seeing difficulties, painful emotions, or recurring problems as punishments or signs of failure, we saw them as clues, important messages from within? These struggles are like signposts on our journey. They are pointing directly to the areas within us that are calling out for attention, compassion, and healing. When a warning light flashes on your car's dashboard, you don't ignore it or get angry at the car. You investigate. Our emotional discomfort is a similar kind of intelligent signal. The real breakthroughs happen when we dare to reflect on the true source of our feelings. This means asking ourselves gentle, curious questions. What is this anxiety really about? When have I felt this way before? Perhaps in my childhood. What underlying belief about myself or the world is this situation triggering? This kind of compassionate self-inquiry is where the transformation begins. It's like becoming a gentle detective in the story of our own lives. We gather clues, not to judge, but to understand. And as we connect the dots, the path to healing becomes clearer. Recognizing and truly accepting our old wounds is the brave first step toward allowing them to heal. This isn't about wallowing in the past or becoming a victim to it. It's about shining a soft light of awareness into those tender, hidden places within us. It's about acknowledging, yes, that was painful. Yes, that experience shaped me. This acceptance is not about condoning what happened. It's about validating our own experience and its impact. Shame thrives in darkness and secrecy. Courage and self-compassion are the antidotes that allow true healing to begin. We show up for ourselves. Ultimately, deep, authentic, and lasting change, the real quantum shift, happens when we honor and integrate all parts of ourselves. The light and the shadow, the joy and the sorrow, the strengths and the vulnerabilities. It's not about striving to become some idealized higher self that is somehow separate from our messy, beautiful human experience. It's about becoming a whole self. This journey of integration, of embracing all that we are, is an act of profound courage. It's the journey of coming home to the truth of who we were always meant to be.